being optimistic that Vladdy will catch a heater here at some point. And the question is, will it happen in September?
But I don't agree with you. The contract is going to loom over everything. It just will. It's a $500 million contract.
Yeah. But listen, you're connected to your number. Like, that's the reality of pro sports, is that you're connected to it. But I guess what I'm saying is, like if you're fulfilling the contract, quote unquote, individually, but the team's going to win 70 games, what does that do for any fan? Hey, it's great that Rodgers got their money worth because he's playing like a $500 million guy. If you're a fan, the importance is the win column. Like, are you going to win and be competitive? So now I don't care if he's making $5 or $500 million. If you're going to hit second or third in the lineup and play every day, you better perform, because you need to help take advantage of a great situation right now.
Right. If the season proceeds like this for him and it's just the same in the second half and they fall out
and they fall off, then it's go time for Vladdy.
Yes.
Then it's like, and I think he should be thanking his teammates, maybe the rest of the division. Like, thanks for putting me in a position where I can come out of the All-Star break launching. And he's going to have to do that at some point. They're going to need him, because you're right. Like, Barger's been great. Clement's been really good recently. Eric Lauer has given them quality performances,
It's like if I asked you who is the best starting pitcher and who's the best position player so far, who do you think they are?
Well, the amazing thing is, if you look at the three constants in the rotation, they're all the exact same.
Yeah. Like, it's just like, it's okay.
Yeah, like Barrios is the best ERA, but they've all pitched within 2 innings of each other, or 6 innings of each other, I believe. They all have a similar whip. They all have, I think two of them have given up 12 home runs. The other one's given up 11. Like, it's almost impossible to distinguish between the three. Like, Gausman, Barrios, and Bassett, they're all the same guy. And they've been good. None of them have been great, but they're good, and they're going to pitch every 5th day. Mm-hmm. But you're right. I guess Barrios has been their best starter.
Springer?
I think it's going to be George. And Springer's one of the other 4 questions that have come up. Where is Vladdy's power? And the question of Springer's resurrection here. I mean, I thought coming into this season, it was more likely he would be designated for assignment than performing the way he's performing. I didn't think it was long off before they said, we got to do something here about George. Like, it's so bad he can't play. If they were losing games, we got to put in a kid. We can't continue to justify him playing every day. This guy's leading off. Like, this guy is a significant performer that's hitting for power. Now, he's going to run hot and cold. He cooled down a little bit coming down the stretch. Fine. But he has been a revelation for them.
Yeah.
Like, Springer's been huge.
What year is it of the deal? 4?
He's got this year and next left, I believe.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I think he's got 2 more.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, at this rate, he's playing. Like, he's obviously going to perform for you the rest of this year, and I see no reason why he wouldn't be a part of the team next year. Like, to his credit, man, it's been a great story.
And the other stuff that hasn't happened is, everybody significant they got in the offseason has just been, kind of not
That's
impactful.
the amazing thing. Like,
it's crazy.
Santander has
imagine
done nothing.
Their best players have been just okay, and everybody they got in the offseason who was, important hasn't really done anything.
Yeah.
And they're going to be in first place. You'd be like, what? Wait, how?
Would seem impossible. And Varshall's barely played.
Right. Yeah.
Like, he's barely
Best
played.
defensive outfielder?
Yeah. And hits for pop and gives you some power, and he hasn't played. He hasn't been available. Like, Santander, the pressure's coming for him.
Sure.
But that's another glass half full. Like, first impression, not good. Yes, the injury, and now he's on the 60-day IL, but prior to that, he was terrible.
Yeah.
Like, atrocious, to the point where they took him out of the lineup, I think, almost with a phantom, we just got to get him out. This is so ugly, we can't play him, and we got to come up with some reason, kind of like what they did with Bowden Francis. Just get him out of here and come up with something.
Mm-hmm.
But, Atkins just spoke on it the other day. They're looking for a power bat. There he is, a switch hitter who can hit for power. There's your trade deadline acquisition. Ideally, Scherzer has been healthy and pitching. We'll see what comes of that the rest of the way. Jimenez, his bat is as bad as it was in Cleveland. Basically a black hole at the plate.
Yeah.
They've got nothing out of him. It's
crazy.
Wild.
Yeah.
It's almost difficult to explain. Yet they're you look at the running or the hitting production. way better across the board.
Yeah.
They hit for average. They get on base pretty well. They're, clutch hitting, which has been such a concern in the past. And Barter's been good. Springer's been good. Kirk's been great. Alejandro Kirk's been great.
New contract.
Yeah, and he's paying it off.
But that's why I think about the trade deadline, and I hate this thing in hockey where they talk about own rentals. Drives me nuts because I just think it's like spin by the GMs to not do anything.
It's
like,
rental.
we got this guy.
But why would you trade, especially if you're a really good team, why would you trade the guy even if he is an expiring contract?
Right. But so
rental.
The front office of the Jays could actually be like, maybe we just actually have own rentals. And it's actually like not the stupidest, lamest.
It's not. It's a reasonable explanation. The question is, will it land with the marketplace? And is it actually smart business?
It won't land.
It won't land, but is it actually smart? Like how much of your chips should go into the middle here if you're Ross Atkins and Mark Shapiro? Because that's I think the third of the five questions that keep coming up. What are they going to do between now and the trade deadline? Because they don't, by all accounts, have a great farm system.
No.
Like they got 3 or 4 guys with value. They drafted a kid last night. Clearly, they're not going to flip him. I like that handle, JoJo Parker.
Yeah, it's a great
handle. But are you going to give up one of your 2 or 3 top guys?
Well, your team this is an old team, really. I guess the young guys coming up has made it less old.
But you're right. You got Scherzer in there.
Barrios, Bassett, Gosman.
Springer's playing every day. Like Santander's 31.
If not now, when?
Yeah. The question is, do you think you're a piece or two away from winning the World Series? Because ultimately, that's why you go all in at the trade deadline. It's not to make it. You have to be thinking we can win it.
But if it's not now, when is it? It's not going to be. Is it going to be next year? Are you going to be better next year?
I mean, I didn't see this one coming. So I think I think what it's proving is it's difficult to predict year in, year out. But I hear you. I think you got to be careful. I mean, at some point you need a farm system. It feels like deja vu. We've had these chats with the Leafs
100%.
where you have been a big proponent of all in every single year.
And I stand by that.
I think you were wrong in retrospect.
I was right.
No, you weren't.
They didn't do enough, and they're
not wired.
Anywhere.
It doesn't matter who you acquired. If Austin Matthews and Mitch Marner can't get it done in the biggest moments, it doesn't matter who you pick up.
I can't have this.
They're not wired properly.
All right.
How do you look back on the Marner exit now that you know what you know?
Well, I stand by 2 years ago when I thought they should have traded him. I stand by last summer when I thought they should have traded him. Like it was.
What about his
I wrote about this at the time. Like it was like after last season, not this past season. I wrote my something at the end where you could see the entire season something isn't right. He doesn't look happy here, and they didn't do anything. And it's like.
Yeah, but he was going to stop it anyway.
How do you know?
Because I think it became very clear that he blocked the Rantanen deal.
Yeah, but
clearly.
that was because it was in the middle of the season. He's a pregnant wife at home. Like you were putting.
I understand that. You're not wrong.
If you had forced a,
he was going to Vegas and only Vegas.
Maybe.
I don't think there's any questioning that.
But let me ask you this: if you go back to last summer and you force, and like I remember writing this, thinking this, talking to people about this. If you had forced a confrontation and said, you know what, this is not working. We need 5 teams. And then, like, maybe you can figure something out. Maybe those teams don't give you anything you want. I don't know, but it's not like Nicholas Waugh is like a great consolation prize. Like he's fine. Like
I mean, they were in a bind.
But if you had forced something last summer, maybe history plays out differently. I have no idea. Like who knows? But they didn't. They thought the downside, I guess, was not worth it. Like they figured like. If we go to those teams, we have a list of teams, and they don't give us anything, and then like we've already asked them for the teams, and now we're not going to like. But by not kind of kicking the hornet's nest, like the hornet just kind of hung around, and then stung them in the end. And anyway, so it's like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I am curious. I'd love to get an answer on what Shanahan and Treliving actually knew this time last year. Like, did they know he was out? Because now you're hearing stories. I don't know how true they are, but everyone's known. Everyone knew Marner was going to Vegas. Like if they knew that, then that is significant malpractice. If they knew this guy is out of here and you let him play it out without making him uncomfortable.
Should have known. If I could see that he was out, how did they not? And honestly, I actually think they did see it.
Oh,
it's not like
they knew. I'm sure they knew
all
They're
this.
Not
like
stupid.
They knew it wasn't working. He wasn't happy here, and like But it's like it's 2 years ago. It's 2023, and there's
But
like
isn't it something about Marner too that if you're so unhappy, why don't you go and ask for a change? Why is it on the Leafs to force
because
your
maybe
way
he
out?
just decided I'm gonna play it out, and then I'm just gonna choose where I want to go, and I'm not gonna be forced into anything. I'm not gonna.
Which is what he ultimately did.